Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification of a cry for help, and this video is going to be a little different. But not so much different, because here's why. I received a new microphone and interface for Christmas, and I am currently testing them out. I got the Audio-Technica 2050, and I got the Zoom UAC 232 audio interface, and I'm just testing things out. I installed all the drivers and control panels, just make sure everything works right. And like I said, yeah, I'm testing it on OBS to see how everything sounds. My only thing that the Zoom interface doesn't have that I'm kind of a little iffy by is that it doesn't have a little gain knob, but I think I can make it work. Because my last interface, I used the Focusrite Starlet. That had a gain knob, and I could have easily used that in case if I wanted to turn up my gain or turn it down, because I know that's essential for voice acting, I believe. But yeah. So I'm just testing it now. I'm gonna use this video to test it out. It's gonna be a nice short video. It's not gonna be part of my daily uploads, I can assure you. This could be just a little bonus that I'm just gonna post at a random day. I don't fucking know. But anyway, I figured why not test this out, just see how it sounds, and we can go from there. So I'm gonna be playing a little something to test it out, especially when it comes to me doing some voice work, because as you guys know, all of my videos are essentially just practice reads for me when I do voice acting, which I do intend on doing this year, mind you. Don't worry about it. But yeah. So, enjoy this little video, I guess. So the game or visual novel we're going to be reading for this little test video will be Zid and I's visual novel, When You Were Mine. I don't have anything planned for this video, I'm just going off the rails. I will say this though, I really want to do something special with this. Just recently I learned that the official video for the main theme of this finally reached 100 views, which by the way, thank you all so much for checking out the music. You guys have no idea how hard it is for me to crank out 6 songs in the span of a whole month while also writing. It's crazy. I don't know how people do it. Like I said, I'm raw dogging ADHD like a motherfucker, and I don't have any Adderall, so that's crazy. Also, please give your thanks to Zid the Red Panda as well for co-creating this with me, making the art, and also co-writing the story. He also did the coding too, because he's fucking insane, so he really made this visual novel shine, and I'm forever grateful for him. But yeah, I just want to test this out. I'm only going to test out the opening, only. Because, you know. Plus, I want to see how this fares well to the different voices I create. I do have some ideas in the future for this visual novel, but that will depend on if my art skills have improved, and if I have more resources. So, anyway, let's just go. Let's just start from the beginning. Oh my god, guys, so in case you guys didn't know, the opening scene for this visual novel took me an entire night to write. Let me tell you, I did not have any confidence in my writing skills whatsoever, and I was so in fear of how bad it would be. And then when I finished it, I looked to see if I spelled anything wrong, and then I just gave it to Zid. I'm like, hey Zid, check this out. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm really fucking tired, so please let me know what it is. Is there anything to do to improve on it? Because I take my writing very seriously. And he responded the next day saying he really enjoyed it and that he loves my writing style, which is such a huge breath of fresh air. Anyway, I've been talking for so long, let me just get this opening over with. It feels so uneasy. The monotone look of the interior, the stale air, the cacophony of people waiting in line, anticipating their flight. Well, I guess that's what you expect going into an airport. But I wish it was a lot more cheerier. Especially now. I'm sitting on one of the many benches in the airport, and sitting next to me is a handsome lynx, Marcus. My now official ex. It still doesn't feel real. We have been together for 4 years now, and I thought for sure that we were gonna end up married and living a beautiful life together. But one phone call later, and now he has a big business opportunity in Spain. But I have my family here, and I can't go with him. We had a very long conversation about our relationship moving forward. We both agreed that long distance was practically a no-go for us. He thought about refusing the proposal, but I immediately shut that thought down. He had been wanting his big break for so long, and to throw that away from me? I just couldn't live with the guilt. In the end, we both mutually decided that it would be best to break off the relationship right then and there. It was hard, of course, and the meeting ended in a lot of tears, but we agreed that this would be for the best. And now we're here. 20 minutes until his flight starts letting people on board. I would have thought we would be talking constantly to savor each other's presence, but no. We briefly spoke to one another when I picked him up to drive him to the airport. But once we were there, after the baggage fees and check-ins, we just sat in silence, not saying a word to one another. It wasn't out of pettiness or malice, it was just hard. Even if I knew what to say, I'm afraid my voice would break before I got a single word in. Glancing at him, I see he's trying to control his breathing. On one hand, he's fidgeting with his phone, holding it by its pop socket and spinning it around. On the other hand, his boarding pass. Flight B6, Group 8. Finally, after what seems like forever, I speak. Nervous? The lynx shoots up and looks at me. His hand stops fidgeting with the phone, and his breathing calms a bit. I guess. I've taken planes before, but I always came back. But now, knowing that this is permanent, no return flight, it's scary. I'm gonna stay in a new environment, not knowing the people, the culture, the customs, hell, even the language. I know this mood of his. I smile, wanted to reassure him. You're gonna do fine. You'll learn the language. I remember how determined you were in learning Dutch that one time. I guess. But it was very hard for me, and I got unmotivated pretty quick. Just like usual. You're selling yourself short, again. It takes a minute to learn something new, and who knows? Maybe you'll learn faster with a new setting. He's quiet, either taking what I said to heart, or still stewing in his own self-doubt. Either way, I continue. And don't you dare even think about how you are the least to deserve this. I know your work ethic, and clearly so does your boss. Which is... Oh my god! Oh no, I forgot a word! Shit. Well, we have plans to update this anyway, so... This is fine. I know your work ethic, and clearly so does your boss, which is why he suggested you for this proposal. No one else is as qualified as you. Don't forget that. More silence. Then, after a few seconds, he answers. You're probably right, Bruce. It's just... I can't believe this is real. It's all happening so fast. I mean, what if I mess up? What if they don't like me? What if I'm not what they expect? What? Without thinking, I grab his hand and give it a squeeze. Like I said, you're gonna be fine. He looks at me. Then, without a word, he smiles. And if they don't like you, fuck them. Prove them wrong. Prove to them that you're the best at what you do. You're the best, you know that? His voice is bittersweet, a twinge of sadness creeping on his words. That's when I realize I'm still holding his hand, and then reality sets in. Oh, right. The last time we held hands was when we were together. We both looked at each other in the eyes, somber and quiet. We're not together anymore. We can't be together. It just isn't possible. Not with everything going on. We've accepted that. I let go of his hand. Still, he must have noticed my heartache, because his expression softens and he offers me another, weaker smile. I wish I didn't have to leave you behind. All alone here. Something stirs inside me. A whirlwind of conflicted emotions that makes me want to cry, or lash out, or kiss him. It's so sudden, so strong, it genuinely freaks me out. Before any of the emotions can win over the other, I push them down as hard as I can. I told you, I'm not a child. I know. Flight B6 is ready for passengers. Call in boarding groups 1 to 3 to board now. Please be ready with your boarding pass to stand. Oh fuck, it's time already? He looks at his pass. Group 8. He still has a bit more time left. Regardless, he still gets everything ready. There isn't really that much to do, but I get up and help in the process, if only to remind myself that this is happening. You're gonna do great, you hear me? I know. You don't need to repeat yourself, for my sake. Call in boarding groups 1 to 3 for flight B6. My breath is shaking. Why am I getting so emotional right now of all times? I had decided not to cry until he left, but... Sorry, I can't say anything. Now call in boarding groups 4 to 6 for flight B6. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I'm literally straightening his jacket, smoothing out any wrinkles I see like a concerned mother. Make sure you eat well, okay? Don't worry, I will. And you promise you'll keep in touch? Oh god, I do sound like a parent. Call in boarding groups 4 to 6 for flight B6. Yes, of course. And you'll make your acquaintances, and make connections, and network, and... Bruce. He grabs my hands, and my whole body freezes in an instant. I'm perfectly aware that I'm spiraling, and I don't know how to stop it. Why am I like this right now? You'll be okay. I'll be okay. You don't have to worry. I stand still, slowly absorbing his words. He's right. He's gotta be right. But right now, there is no way I can possibly believe him. Now call in boarding groups 7 to 9 for flight B6. We both looked at the boarding sign. Fuck, I need more time. I grab his wrist. Will you do just one more thing for me? I know the answer already, but I still ask. Marcus tenses, as if he knew what I'm about to say. What is it? Can you kiss me one more time? He stands still, motionless, unmoving. Then he sighs, his eyes avoiding mine. You know why I can't do that. It'll make things so much harder than they already are. Ouch. It's like he just stabbed me in the chest. It feels like I can barely breathe. Logically, I know he's right, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. If anything, it hurts even more, because it reminds me that we both agreed to this. But I can do this. Without saying another word, he gently embraces me. Being the bigger guy in the relationship, his body envelops mine with ease. He always made good use of that, holding me tight so that his warmth was all around me. This time, however, it's very different. It's a soft embrace, like he's afraid I might break if he applies too much pressure. Still, his scent comforts me as always. I find myself admiring just how soft his fur feels. That conditioner he always buys really does wonders. Slowly, I return the hug. I want to stay like this, to wrap myself in his body forever and not let go. But I have to. I squeeze him one last time, just as tears start to build up, and finally, I let go. Call in board groups 7 to 9 for flight B6. The final call for his group. It's time. That's my cue. Yeah, I know. I'll miss you, Bruce. I'll miss you too. He gives me one last quick hug, then returns to get in line. Goodbye. Yeah. Goodbye, Marcus. I stand there, watching as he gets closer and closer to the scanner. He is the second in line when he looks at me. With a somber smile, he waves a final goodbye. I do the same. I see him stand his boarding pass, his back turned from me. Something breaks in me, and I'm not strong enough to keep that whirlwind of emotions from finally unleashing. Fuck it. Before I can talk myself out of it, I shout, I love you! I hold my breath. I don't know what I expected, but my heart sinks when he doesn't turn around. He just stops briefly. His only reaction, a nearly imperceptible twitch of his ear. Then, he continues walking, until he isn't visible to me anymore. I cover my mouth, tears finally starting to fall after I've been suppressing them for so long. Why? Why did I just do that? We both didn't want this to be harder than it already is, and I just went ahead and made it worse. I made it harder for him. I know he heard what I said, I know it. I'm selfish. Cruel. I don't get it. We both agreed to this. We both knew the outcome. He's going to a different country to make a better life for himself, and here I am, sobbing like a fucking child in the middle of an airport, not caring who sees me. I'm an adult. I know this is for the best. So why does my chest feel so heavy? And there you go, that's the entire prologue. See, a quick short video, right? So that was a fun little test. And maybe for those who watched the video, who haven't played the visual novel yet, maybe this prologue scene will get you interested in it. Who knows? So about the plans we were thinking for this visual novel, I made a little post saying my thanks to anyone who checked out the music for this visual novel, and I made a comment like, it really means so much to me, even though the perfectionist in me wants to go back and redo literally everything. And then Zid replied that he wants to redo some things about this as well, which is really cool. And we have talked about redoing some things for this visual novel, like to give it like a fresh, polished update. As we all saw, there are still a few typos here and there that we forgot, which is bad. But also, we're thinking of doing an Android port for this, so anyone who plays furry visual novels on their phone, maybe keep a lookout for that. We are planning on doing Android ports, ABKs, if you will. And as for the music, I really do want to go back and rework all of it, even though I am proud of what I accomplished in a span of a month. I feel like if I have the proper resources and tools, like updated tools and everything, I could make these songs stand out a lot more. Because believe it or not, the main theme was supposed to have like an orchestra in the background. Zid might disagree with me on the added orchestra bits, considering he said that he did like that it was just a piano melody, if anything. But I really want to do some interesting things with these songs, like this song, as well as We Can't Avoid the Past and To Snatch the Heart Left Behind, etc, etc. And who knows? Maybe there could be more CGs. I don't know. I'll have to talk with him about it first. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and watching me test out my new microphone and audio interface. And if any of you are interested in this visual novel, now that you've seen the prologue, I'll be leaving a link to it in the description below, which I've always done in all of my videos, in case you guys haven't known. And in case you guys don't watch till the very end, I always plug in this visual novel because I am extremely proud of it. And I know Zid is too. This is one of the biggest things we accomplished in 2025. And I'm forever grateful that I had this opportunity. And I will let you guys know that I am getting serious about making my next visual novel, but I will need to lock in on practicing art and also learning how to code on RenP myself, because Zid did the coding for this game and I want to learn for myself so that way I could be a little bit more independent. Now, if you're wondering if I'm going to have Zid on board with my next visual novel, as of right now, no, because he also has his ideas as well. But if the time does come, like, that I do need a little bit of help, I will ask him if he is available. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this little video, you give it a like and subscribe if you're really interested. And I'll be leaving a link to my Blue Sky if you want to support me on that platform. I am no longer using Twitter. I know that in my past 6 videos, I was saying follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky, because during the recording of those videos, I was using Twitter. Since then, I have stopped using Twitter, and it proceeded to get even worse with the news that Grok just AI generated child porn. So yeah, there's that. This is fucking insane. I hate this country. I hate what's been going on. I hate AI. Anyway, no. Obviously, regular uploads will proceed. This is just a one-off. I actually don't even know what damn Grok post is on. Maybe on like a Sunday, I believe? I don't fucking know. Because I upload every Tuesday and Friday, so maybe Sunday is the way to go. Who knows? Anyway, thank you all so much. Stay tuned for, obviously, longer videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!